When Top Gun Maverick was announced, when was it announced?
2 years ago, Comic-Con.
I have been excitedly waiting for this movie to be released. And the fact that it's been pushed back to November of this year just like kills me. I'm Joey Parr with GeekTyrant.com. This is Billy Fisher. We're at CinemaCon 2021. And we just watched the first 15 minutes of Top Gun Maverick.
It was beautiful.
We were hoping they'd show the whole film, but, you know, they didn't.
Yeah, they decided Clifford the Big Red Dog was the movie that needed to show a bunch of adults. So, with that, we're out here making this.
But we did get to see 15 minutes.
Right.
And I was so happy and so excited and so emotional, right? It like really brought back those nostalgic emotions of like the original Top Gun film, and seeing Tom Cruise back in that role of Maverick was just incredible. So cool, so fun to see him come back in.
Yeah, I mean, they start off with the classic, you know, on the battleship watching planes take off and land.
You know, and you've got the original Top Gun musical score in the background.
Right.
You know,
fantastic.
Amped up to 11.
Right. So you're already in a good spot, and then they show oh man.
Yeah. So they cut from that to Tom Cruise, Maverick, working in a flight hangar on an old airplane that he's got, and on this calendar it marks this day with Mach 9. Like, all right.
Okay. Mach 9 sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sounds great. And he goes over to his lineup of motorcycles, and he pulls the sheet off one. It's the original Kawasaki motorcycle from the original movie.
It's still there.
And he's racing down to
like a secret base.
Yeah,
a top secret.
A test base.
Yeah, a test base. It was
where they're testing flights.
Right.
And he shows up, and he gets in there, and his crew, they're like, look, General Ed Harris. I don't know the general's name, but he's played by Ed Harris.
Oh, Admiral Harris.
Admiral.
That's what we're
okay,
calling
Admiral Harris.
Yes.
All right. So he's like, they're scrapping the test flight. So on that day, they're working on this experimental jet, and the whole point of it is to reach Mach 9. And
on that day.
Yeah, on that day. And apparently Admiral Harris is like, well, he's coming in to scrap the program because Admiral Harris wants Mach 10.
Mach 10?
But Mach 10 isn't for 2 months.
Right.
It's like,
what is he thinking?
Tom Cruise tries to explain it. It's like, that's not supposed to be in 2 months. And he's like, well, Harris is on his way. And of course, Maverick's like, well, let's get ready to fly.
He's not here yet.
He's not here yet.
Right.
And the jet is slick looking. Like, this thing is pretty rad. And they do all the preparation. Tom Cruise hops in. You know, they're going through the motions. And then he takes off. Right as Admiral Harris pulls up to the gate.
Right.
And there's this great shot. It's in the trailer, actually, where Tom Cruise flies that jet over Harris's head, and there's just this gust of wind just like blows Harris back, and like everything shakes and moves. It was kind of funny.
It was good. It was a good shot.
And then there's this sequence of beautiful shots of Tom Cruise flying this jet across the sky. Like, absolutely stunning, beautiful shots.
Right, the sun's coming up, it's morning time, and it's him flying into the horizon. It's really
and you've
cool.
got, you know, and it's like hovering right over the edge of the earth, you know, or not hovering, but like speeding over the edge of the earth.
That's a better word, speeding. Yep.
And it was just so much fun to see that. And so he's pushing the jet to its limits. And he's hitting Mach 8. He hits Mach 9, everyone's like, in the control room, they're all like, all right, here we go, this is it. Because they didn't plan on hitting Mach 10, but here they are, they're going to do it. So he starts going up and up and up, and then finally he hits Mach 10, and the engine and the plane and the engine, they're just burning hot, and the plane is like searing the orange from the heat.
Right, the atmosphere is just, it looks like it's melting the thing.
Things are shaking. There's this white streak across the sky that's left behind from the jet, and you're just like, oh, he did it, and then he's like feeling it, he's like,
it's Maverick.
He's like, just a little further. So everyone in the control room's like, yeah, he did it. And then
Couldn't leave well enough alone.
He couldn't leave well enough alone. He had to push the jet farther. He's like, Mach 10.1. He's like, the guy who's like kind of overseeing the operation is just like, oh, don't do it, Maverick. Mach 10.2. Mach 10.3. And
Man.
Maverick's just like, he's feeling the speed. The fastest man alive is feeling it. And then all of a sudden, everything goes black.
Just black. Done.
And everyone's like, oh, crap, what happened? Oh, that's not good. What happened to Maverick?
No.
Cut to black. We see Maverick walking down the road into this small town just completely disheveled. His hair is just a mess. He's all dirty, dusty. Just, like he's been through hell. The plane, obviously, there's a shot of the plane basically blowing up or being torn apart as it's flying.
Yep, he walks into the local cafe.
And everyone just stops what they're doing and looks at him.
Yeah.
And this waitress is standing there holding a glass of water, and Tom just like points at it and she hands it to him. He's like, and after he's done drinking it and everyone's watching, there's these kids sitting at the table next to him just like looking up at him. And after he's done drinking the water, he's like, where am I? And the kid's like, welcome to Earth.
So, and then it cuts to black for us. We
And
lost
that's
it at
all
that
we
point.
saw, and we were just left with this empty feeling inside. We were like, why aren't you showing us the whole movie right now? What is this? You're gonna show us 15 minutes and leave it like that?
Yep.
And that was followed up by a new trailer that I'm sure Paramount will release pretty soon.
Right.
But that trailer just is loaded with shots, and one thing that stuck out to me in that trailer is, what's his name?
Val Kilmer.
Oh, Val Kilmer. Yeah, Val Kilmer
Is now an
shows him.
admiral.
Yep, he's an admiral. He's the one that recommends Tom Cruise or recommends Maverick to come in to train these new Top Gun pilots.
It's that to me got me. That got me right in the feels because,
Yeah,
it's the
It was-
classic rivalry turned friendship. It's always going to be there now.
yeah, it was great. And then Miles Teller. There's a great little clip of Miles Teller where Maverick's trying to tell him giving him advice, and he's like, you don't want to think up there, like that's Maverick's thing. It's like, you don't want to think, you just got to do it. And he's like, Miles Teller, who is Goose's son in the film, is like, I'm not going to listen to you. Like,
Well, he said, my dad listened to you, and I'm not going to make the same mistake.
that's exactly what I said. Yes.
So
Good memory,
yeah,
Billy.
Thank you. It got me too. This is going to be an emotional film for me. I don't know about anybody else, but I love Top Gun. That's one of my favorites.
I do too. And so Top Gun Maverick, and it looks like it is going to give fans exactly what they want in a Top Gun sequel. And I am, like I said earlier, I really, I'm watching it, I'm getting emotional.
Right.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, this just, all the feels are just gushing over me. And I'm
Right.
loving every minute of it. And I wish we would have been able to see the full film, but we got what we got. I'm happy with it.
Right.
I'm so stoked to see the movie in its entirety when it's released in November.
I can't wait.
Man, so just keep a lookout for that new trailer. When it drops, we'll post it on the site for you. Other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us, CinemaCon, and have a great day.